Welcome back. Today, we're stepping into a subject that most people feel, but few dare to put into words. The path of a loner. Not the outdated image of shutting the world out, but the modern way of mastering solitude. This is about finding strength in silence, peace in stillness, and growth when you stand alone. Let's break it down. What really is a loner? Traditionally, a loner has been seen as someone who avoids people completely, almost like living in isolation. But in today's digital world, that definition doesn't really hold power anymore. We live in a time where learning, growing, and even surviving often involves connecting with others, at least to some extent. A true loner isn't about disappearing from society. It's about choosing when and how to engage. It's someone who can stand apart without feeling empty. Someone who can enter the crowd when needed, but never loses their core identity when they step back into silence. Think of it this way. Solitude is no longer weakness. It's a form of strength. When you can sit alone in your room with nothing but your thoughts and still feel whole, that is power. When you can take knowledge from others and then return to your own space and refine it into wisdom, that is mastery. So instead of vanishing into the background, the modern loner is someone who chooses self-sufficiency. They learn from people, they take in knowledge, but they still value solitude and peace. It's not about shutting people out, it's about finding balance, learning from others while building your own independence. That is the loner's path today. Reasons for becoming a loner. Why would someone choose this path? The reasons are as real as they are powerful. Reason 1: breakups and friendships gone wrong. Sometimes walking away from a relationship that shattered your trust or a friendship that drained your spirit can leave you in silence. But silence is not punishment. It can be medicine. Loneliness, when embraced, becomes the soil where your healing begins. In solitude, you rediscover your worth and rebuild yourself brick by brick, stronger than before. Reason 2: the desire to earn respect through silence. There's a quiet strength in those who don't always have to be the loudest in the room. People notice when you're calm. They notice when you observe, when you listen, when you carry yourself without needing to prove anything. Silence speaks volumes. And in that silence, you command respect. The kind of respect noise can never buy. Reason 3: seeking inner peace. Beyond the noise of this world, beyond the expectations of others, there is a space where you can hear yourself clearly. That space is solitude. Choosing the loner's path is not about running from people. It's about running towards yourself. It's about finding peace so deep that nothing outside of you can shake it. These are the reasons many step onto the loner's path, not to escape life, but to face it with clarity and strength. How to execute this lifestyle? If you're serious about embracing the path of a modern loner, you need more than the idea. You need practice, you need discipline and clarity. Walking this road is not about withdrawing, it's about sharpening yourself in silence so you can walk back into the world stronger. Step 1. Get comfortable with silence. This may sound simple, but it's the hardest step for most people. Try sitting in a room with no phone, no music, no distractions, just you and your breath. At first, the quiet feels quite heavy, even unbearable. But stay with it. Over time, the silence stops feeling empty. It starts to feel full, full of clarity, full of awareness. That's when you realize silence isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. Step 2. Build skills and habits. Solitude without growth is just stagnation. Use the time alone to sharpen yourself. If you're a student, pour your energy into study so you don't just get by, you excel. If you're chasing financial independence, learn a high income skill. Coding, design, writing, anything that frees you from dependence. Picture this: while the crowd wastes hours seeking validation online, you're in the quiet, building something real. That is the advantage of a loner. Step 3. Do not reject help. This step separates the wise from the proud. Being a loner is not about pride, it's about peace. When you're at peace, you're strong enough to ask for help without shame. Think of a lone warrior. They train alone, but when the battle calls, they fight alongside allies. Solitude builds your foundation, but connection keeps you human. Remember this truth: no man is an island. The loner's path should lead you to inner peace, not isolation. Peace that makes you whole enough to both stand alone and reach out when it matters. This is how you walk the loner's path with power and purpose. Before you leave, take a moment. Let the silence sit with you. Let the words echo. If this message resonated, if it stirred something within, don't just disappear into the feed. Press like, subscribe, and keep walking this path with me. This is Nubo, reminding you solitude is strength, and strength grows when it's shared. I'll see you in the next one.